Now, you don't need so sinister man like me to tell you that season 1 of Arcane was one of the best things that Netflix ever produced.
And I think that's something collectively that we can all agree on, right?
Yeah.
And now that season 2 is out, Dr. Sinister is going to give you your medicine, and as I tell Sister Teresa, swallow you must. So my thoughts on Arcane season 2 are...
Respond! Say something! Yes, Chief. No, Chief. Maybe, Chief. What is it?
Let's have some vibe. Arcane season 2 is still an unbridled masterpiece with visual accolades that are more than stunning than the first season. How is this even possible? Don't know, but Netflix had decided to do it. Season 1 was still filled with captivating audience member reactions of learning and understanding the depth of characters. But unfortunately, there is going to be a little bit of divergent in season 2. Geeks is still going to be acting like a spoiled millennial that just lost her favorite fidget spinner and decides to give some peaceful protest to the Coliseum building where they were having their meeting. Needless to say, these shenanigans are going to lead to the death of a major character. Yes, Caitlyn is going to lose her mother. So what do you do when your mother gets killed by an angry teenager with blue hair? You're gonna go and give yourself the biggest plot development ever, just like Victor is, because Victor is gonna be blown up as well, but Jace is gonna have to be using his own Hextech technology to bring him back to life. Oh, very stunning and brave indeed. But just as quickly as Victor is out, Victor is back in, only brought back to life by the one thing he wanted to get rid of more than anything, ultimately setting him as an opponent of Jace, who's now going to become the main antagonist of this series now.
Oh, okay. What kind of goddamn writing was this supposed to be? You couldn't even let us marinate in the death of these characters, but all of a sudden you lose one, and then you make one the main antagonist who had no understanding of this at all. In season 1, you had plenty of time to show us who the main antagonists were going to be, even the villains were. You had a young girl who made a horrible mistake, became an unreal sociopath. Even Silka we got to get more character development on. That's because they took their time with it. This is ultimately going to be the biggest problem with this season, is they just rushed it. They rushed fucking everything.
Why?
Now, I'm not going to sit here and completely take a big old stink pickle on this show, but unfortunately, season 2 has ultimately just been rushed way too much. It exploited the characters in ways that we didn't even get a chance to understand them yet. Season 1 gave us a phenomenal time and an entire season to understand the characters, get the depth of them, and understand their dialogue. We had respect for the characters, even some of the villains. But unfortunately, season 2, everything has just been rushed. It's almost like they tried to strap a rocket from Elon Musk onto Stephen Hawking's wheelchair and just expected to win this race, but they rushed too much. As the plot continues and the moisture thickens in this season, my dear sinners, it's going to be picking up still. Obviously, you're going to have your new antagonist now, Victor, who's going to develop a cult-like following for some fucking reason. And yes, Vi and Caitlyn are gonna, work together.
Yeah.
I didn't know that this season just wrapped up, so I want to keep everything as spoiler-free as possible. But everyone else teams up and there's a big battle at the very end, and people live and then some people die. That's still the biggest issue that I'm going to say that Netflix did with this season. It could have been brought into 2 separate seasons for season 2 alone. But when you make money, and as good as season 1 was, it's never going to match up to what you want and what you need. This is ultimately the biggest disappointment, because I know what this could have been. Had you split this up into 2 seasons, you could have had another season 1 in your hands. It could have been more captivating, but this is going to be all brought together by still a great cast of voice actors who put in their best work. The voice acting in every character in Arcane is exceptional. Visually, this show got even more better. And honestly, I would watch season 2 again, but I could only do it one more time. Let me know in the comment section below, what did you think about Arcane Season 2? Does it even measure up to Arcane Season 1 at all? Like this video, share this video. Thank you all for joining me. And, as always, until we meet again.